Okay, so a little worming update for you guys. I've had a lot of people tell me that they go to the vet with their dogs and puppies thinking that they're constipated. Now, the thing is that dogs don't get constipated. They always experience the opposite. If a dog is ever going to experience poo issues, it's going to be the opposite to constipation. So every time one of my clients says my dog's constipated, I ask them, well, Mr. Expert, what indications are you seeing that makes you think your dog is constipated? They say, well, the dog is squatting and straining and nothing's coming out. And then I say to them, that's because there's no poo in them. There are little nibbly nagging worms, like horrible little piranhas, nibbling away at the inside of their guts that's giving them kind of like, for any of you humans out there that have ever had hemorrhoids, that's how I would imagine that puppies are experiencing worms. This horrible nagging feeling just inside your bum. Isn't that right? And it is yucky because nobody wants to have a nagging, yucky feeling inside their bum. So what are they doing? They're doing the only thing they can do. They don't have fingers to go and scratch their bum or anything like that. So they'll either drag their bum on the ground or they'll squat and strain in an effort to try to squeeze them out. But guess what? Worms are attached to the lining of their intestinal tract by basically these nasty hooks. And if you ever want to see how disgusting worms are, go and search it up. They are disgusting, horrible creatures. They actually remind me of the alien in the movie Aliens with Sigourney Weaver. They're disgusting. So I use Safeguard liquid straight in the mouth with a syringe on an empty stomach. I give it to my puppies from 10 days old onwards, and I do it every probably 4 or 5 days until they go home. And I deworm the mother constantly. And the adult dogs that live with me, I deworm them as long as I can remember it, probably every 3 months. And I always know if I've slipped up and gone too long because they'll start having bad breath, gas, or they have yucky, gooey poo that's got like a jelly or a mucus in it. That's the first really, really big sign, is when their poo has got a mucus. It's almost like you could have a normal poo wrapped up in a mucus blanket, which is really nice. And an extreme case of worms, when a dog's really gone a long time without being treated, is their behavior will change and they'll become nervous and sketchy and even aggressive. So worms, for me, are the single biggest issue that people have absolutely no idea about, and it's probably the one subject that everybody likes to challenge me on. And I can tell you right now, you're all wrong. And your vet technician is wrong as well. Most people, when they go to the vet, they think they're talking to a doctor that went to medical vet school for many, many years. And I can assure you, you're not. You're talking to a technician. Basically, it's the same as when you go into a hospital for humans. Who are the first people you make contact with when you go into a hospital? Reception. You're not talking to a cardiac specialist. You're talking to reception. And then after that, you're going to talk to a nurse. Then eventually you might talk to a physician's assistant and you'll work your way up the ladder. It's the same thing in an animal hospital. So I'm telling you, if your dog is experiencing any of these things, you need to get them dewormed, and Safeguard liquid is the absolute best thing you can use. Over and out.